Hello, Genevieve B. and Dagger and Nick the Frenchie. System was down at work for 2 hours, which was kind of nice. Wife gets mad at me all the time for saying things like man and dude when talking to her. Dagger, I sort of get that. Hey, hello, subscribers and future subscribers. I'm KarmaJolt. This game is Final Fantasy for the Nintendo NES system, and we are gonna play some more of it as long as my save data didn't get erased. Oh, it didn't, Rogue Effect? Well, you know what that means. That means I should reset the reps counter, because everybody was super generous yesterday. We did 209 shoulder shrugs, and today is also a double reps day. So I've decided if I get any money, I'm going to do tricep presses, and if I get any donation, I changed the other donation incentive. If you donate any amount, I will drink in combat. I'll actually use the drink command. And just to make sure I have enough for that, yeah, I've got 14 heal potions and 8 pures. You know what? Let's go buy some more items. Avis P! Death Bob, how are you? Ooh, there's Kaizoku's. Kaizokuen, I believe, is the plural. Bonjour, Nick the Frenchie. Comment ça va? I got me some water. I'm wearing a pair of glasses that I found at the bottom of my bag, so I guess I don't wear these often. They're a little bit small for my face. But that just makes the stream zany and quirky, and I'm so funny because of the accessories that I wear. When I play Metroid Fusion on my DS, sometimes my saves are deleted until I restart the game. I've seen that happen like once ever, where a save file appears to have been deleted and then you restart the game, and then suddenly it's back. Kaizoku means pirates, right? That's what I've been told, Nick the Frenchie. In Japanese. Anyway, let's go back to Corn Area real quick. I guess it's Con Area in this game, but it's Corn Area in Star Fox. It's Con Area in this game, like the movie with John Malkovich and John Cusack. But hey, let's buy a bunch of heal potions. This is everyone's favorite part of Final Fantasy I, when you go to buy potions from a merchant who doesn't understand how buying or selling in bulk works, Norman Bates. So I can't buy multiple heal potions at the same time. You can't buy like 10 of them, for example. You have to buy one, then he gives you your receipt, and then you buy another. And like, later in the game, when you want to stock up for some really difficult dungeons, you're going to want 99 heal potions in your inventory, especially if you don't have like a white mage or a red mage or any sort of healing magic. So, you're just gonna have to go to the potion shop and mash the A button a lot until you've got a ton of heal potions in your inventory. This is the Final Fantasy I experience, everyone. Oh yeah, Nick the Frenchie, someone, I think it was Dagger yesterday, donated and changed the party order back. But I did have it with my black mage in the front for a really long time. NES Advantage and a weight to the rescue. Yeah, L6? The NES Advantage was the, that was that big old joystick, right? And it had large buttons and a turbo option. I think my neighbor had that when I was growing up. I had the NES Max, which was a weird design for a controller. Man, I should find that and show it off in the next stream. It also has suction cups on the bottom. I don't remember that, Death Bob, but then again, maybe I would have... So I remember my across-the-street neighbor had the NES Advantage when I was younger. But his NES was in a room with carpeted floors, so we didn't have anything to stick it onto if it did have suction cups. Let's light these guys up. Never got the hang of the Max. Or Wednesdays, says L6. What's today? Friday? Oh my gosh, that means Genevieve B is showing up after work. Or after not work, apparently. since her entire IT system crashed or something. Hey, we beat up some pirates, and they give good gold. They give pretty good gold. Not as good as, like, anyone in the Peninsula of Power. But let's get back in to the Earth Cave. What do I have here? Oh, yeah, look at this. I got 2 level 5 white magics. And a level 5 black magic. Fire 3? Very powerful spell. I kind of like that in this game, the ice spells are generally more powerful than any of the other elements, like fire and lit. Not accounting for weaknesses and resistances. But also maybe accounting for those. Maybe it is. Although now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of enemies are weak to fire in this game, like any sort of undead. Of course, all of the sea monsters are weak to lightning. I actually can't really tell you too many enemies that are weak to ice, except for maybe that earth dude. We back up and running now. Genevieve B? I went running yesterday and got kind of attacked by a dog a little bit. Probably stolen gold. Oh, from the pirates. Sirefly, welcome. A lot of things in real life are weak to fire, too. Yes, Sirefly. I would say that you are correct. You mean magics aren't equal? Nick the Frenchie, like, I don't expect an RPG from 1987 to be particularly balanced, especially a game like this that's super buggy. But no, all other things equal, the ice spells are just slightly more powerful than, like, fire or lightning. They just have a bigger... They have a greater average damage. What kind of dog was it? Was it on a leash? Genevieve B, I'm not good at identifying dogs, but it was like a big floofy boy, and yeah, he was on a leash. Dog wanted to steal my stolen gold. That's probably it, Avis. Ooh, the Monstars are striking first. So I'm, like, trying my best not to use any spell charges until we get into the Earth Cave, because I want to conserve my MP, so to speak. Then use a tent and save the game. Did Asim just crit with his dagger there? Like a sheepdog? Sirefly, don't quote me on this, but it looked like a labradoodle. Right? Those are fairly large. Alright, so we're almost at maximum HP and MP there. Pip took a hit, recovered most of it. Let's save the game and go into the Earth Cave. When I was younger and I used a tent outside, I would insist on not camping on, like, the marshland, like this square here. I'd be like, you'd have to set up your tent on the grass because the marshland is icky. And I hate camping on wet ground. It's wet and it's cold and gross. These are video game characters. I am actually going to use a Fire 2 in this battle. Just because I want to save myself from getting poisoned. Well, I guess that wouldn't be a huge deal. But also, let's fire some cobras. I do like the remasters of the FFs, but sometimes the janky OGs just hit the spot. Death Bob? That's what I'm saying. Anyway, I think you want to go this way if you want to advance in the Earth Cave, which has this, like, kind of sneaky, sort of mischievous track. Like, this music reminds me of, like, a kid who's sneaking around the house trying to hide something from his mom. Like, maybe playing his Nintendo DS when he was told he's not allowed. And then he sneaks it off to bed and then plays it with the light on in his face. But, like, when he hears his mom coming, he puts it under the pillow. Yeah, Nick, it was definitely something that had, like, floofy kind of curly hair, like a poodle. But it was large, so I don't know dog breeds. Never had a dog. Never really cared about dogs, except for Genevieve B. Why ruin a perfectly good Labrador? Nick DeFrenchie? I don't know. Genesis Dawn! Isn't intelligence and temper broken in this version? So black mages are essentially bad? So I did post a short earlier today about how the temper spell does not work. And, you're right, intelligence does nothing in this game. Does that make the black mage bad? No, he's still better than the thief. I guess that's not saying much. He still gets access to magic that can hit all enemies. The magic isn't as good as it should be, again, because since intelligence does nothing, it doesn't add any, like, bonus damage when you hit somebody with a fire spell or a lightning spell or something. I'm looking for magnetic calendars for the fridge. Genevieve B, that's a great idea. I'll go get a fridge. Ooh, Bork leveled up. 337 points. That's eat. That's instead of leet, it's just eat. That's what 337. That's how that's pronounced, Sears. Strength up, agi up, int up, luck up. No vit. Almost a perfect level up there. 337 is right. You'll cover the house glitch? I will, L6. Also, I shared an arrow glitch in Link to the Past on your Discord. Ooh, I'll look that up. You noob. Rogue effect? I'm such a noob. Key. I actually don't need any keys in this dungeon. And I think here you just want to go down the left side. Or I guess it would be the right side from my character's perspective here. Rabiel, welcome. Get damaged. I'm gonna have my black mage use another fire 2 here. What does werewolf mean, says Sirefly. It's actually short for Wonderwolf. It has like a lasso and an invisible plane. And very poor acting. How are you? How's everybody doing today? I'm feeling pretty good. Brain feels kind of slow today, but my body is ready, as they say. Okay, I give up on Super Chats. So, Sears, like, you're watching me on the YouTube app, correct? Third time in a row, Super Chat didn't work. Hate that for both of us. Because, like, you showed me the receipt, and it was like, oh, this is going through Google Play, and I've never seen that. Anytime I do a Super Chat, it's just a receipt from Google. Dude Wars, what's going on? Oh, I didn't read your message in time. They always ask werewolf, but nobody ever asks how the wolf is doing. Oh my god. I love that. Try Streamlabs, says Genevieve B. Yes. Yeah, you possibly, Sears. If you want your name on the ticker down here, you can use the Streamlabs link, which is right in the chat or in the video description. Pretty sure that's a PayPal thing. If you want it to be. Okay, so fire didn't kill all these guys, huh? Is Gargoyle resistant to fire, or do they just have a lot of HP? Man, resistant to hammer as well. Okay, that did 32. That's a pretty good hit for a level 1 spell. So it doesn't seem like he resists it. I don't think you can deal 32 damage to an enemy who resists fire with the level 1 fire spell. Sears, don't even worry about it. It's funny though, because you've like definitely donated before. So it's worked in the past. What's over here? I don't think there's anything important in this room. Ooh, but there's an Earth guy. Sorry, I take it back. You're important to me, Earth guy. He's like, hey, I heard that. Well, I didn't know you were in the room, Earth guy. So, I take it back. There is something important in this room. My friend, the Earth. Ice did 10 damage there? That's crazy, because, like, before, I hit him with an ice spell for a lot of damage, did I not? Maybe it was fire. Wait, yeah, maybe it was fire. Dang, yeah, everything's weak to fire. Let's try this now. Okay, that did 30. Gargoyles, canonically, should be resistant to fire, says Death Bob. Yeah, because they're made of stone, right? Charlie Kirk died. I still find it hard to believe. Nintendo Fan Club? Yeah, I heard about that. I don't find it hard to believe, considering how often, we have shootings in this country, so... We talking about that in here? Yeah, Genevieve B, I mean, we can mention it. Kobe got a level up, excuse me. World is wild AF. Yeah, Death Bob, here's the thing. It's actually more our country than others. Like, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of places where there's turmoil and violence. But we could choose to end it tomorrow. And we don't. We just won't. We just won't. Because that's America, baby. We love our guns. We don't have guns here in Finland. Yeah, Nintendo Fan Club. And, like, how many of your friends died to gun violence? Probably 0, right? Art Dog, what's going on? Thoughts on Ninja? Dude Wars. He is my favorite class. The ninja is... Or are you talking about the streamer? The ninja... evolves from the thief in this game. And he's a good character. The problem is, he's not that much better than the Red Mage / Red Wizard. But the thief is way worse than the Red Mage. In Texas, we get a free gun with the purchase of a 6-pack of beer. Genesis Dawn. I don't believe that, because that means you gotta be 21 to get a free gun. And they give those out to pretty much anyone. Luckily, Finland is one of the safest countries in the world. Yeah, Nintendo Fan Club, I mean, like, we're talking about a guy who... First of all, hated black people, like, openly. Secondly, he was very vocal about how it's okay if you or your child dies in a mass shooting, because that's necessary if we want to have the Second Amendment. What? That guy was so okay with you dying, and he said, like, about, like, when kids died, he was like, oh well, you know, that was his response. That said, I've been very open about, like, gee, this shouldn't be happening, you know? I've been pretty darn vocal on my YouTube streams about, like, people shouldn't be just, like, getting shot, you know? That's not something that should happen. Hey, let's use some of these 42 heal potions on my friend, Asim, who kind of got picked on. You cannot use it here. Oh, I can't use a cabin or a tent or a house. I didn't realize that the tent and the cabin and the house have different dialogue when you use them in a non-sleepable spot. So if you use the tent, it says, you cannot use it here, because you can't use that item in a dungeon. That's what it's saying. You can't use it here. But if you try it with a cabin, it says, you cannot sleep here. And then if you use the house, it says, not enough room here, try another spot. Dagger? I didn't realize there was a different text for each of those items. All people deserve to live. Controversial, I know. Straw Hat Brian? I don't mind that. I don't mind that ideology. And welcome, by the way. Jackspot. Ooh, a wooden shield. Yeah, eventually it's gonna get to the point where, like, I just have no room to pick up armor. So let's drop this wooden shield. You'll see it later in the game, but one of the annoying things about Final Fantasy I is, like, if you have a full inventory of weapons and or armor, which is pretty darn likely, like, that will happen later. Nice, hit for 69. And you go to open a treasure chest that has a piece of armor in it. And again, your armor inventory is all filled up. It'll just say something like, can't carry, right? So you're gonna have to get rid of a piece of armor if you want to even know what's in that treasure chest. And so, like, you might have to discard something that you're using. Then you can open the chest, and then sometimes it'll be like, oh, there was a cloth in there. Well, that wasn't worth it. Know what I'm saying? Raven Darkthorn, you want a refund? Yeah, I think YouTube will give you one of those in a couple days. Final Fantasy, never have room for equipment. Yeah, Jackspot, it's part of the reason why I like the Black Belt, because that guy doesn't require any sort of equipment. So he just has the room to carry a bunch of weapons and armor that you're not necessarily going to equip, but they have uses in combat when you use them. Babak Defender, welcome. Do I like guns? No, 2 of my friends have been shot and killed, but I do think trying to take people's guns is going to actually solve anything. Probably not. It's a cultural issue. But Dagger, that's the thing, though, is that there's so much data that other countries have that's like, oh, we put restrictions on firearms, haven't had a shooting since 1996. This is... I don't know. There's so many people who still think, is it the guns? No, it's a cultural thing. Okay, first of all, if that is the case, there are a lot of people who say, like, it's a mental health thing. Okay, then, what are we doing about mental health? Nothing? Because the same people who say it's not the guns, it's a mental health issue, are the ones who are taking away resources for mental health institutions. But also, all of the data says it's the guns. Every other country in the world has, like, mental health problems. But the ones that don't have guns also don't have shootings, right? Like, it's like, oh, it's a cultural thing. But in the meantime, let's let them have their guns. Why do we do that? Disco Donkey, what's going on? How many RPG protagonists carry so much it makes it impossible to not have back pain? Yeah, so, like, I feel like... in some games, it kind of explains, like, oh, your inventory is like a magical bag that can carry anything and it's weightless, you know? I don't think there's anything that explains that. Let's see, I agree wholeheartedly with the mental health thing, Karma, but actually some of the countries with the least homicides are the most guns per capita, actually. Okay, give me an example. I feel like Switzerland, like, everyone... like, there's a lot of guns in Switzerland, but everyone is trained, right? Loring Bush, welcome. Karma, me and Brother Wolf love you. Hey, Lexi Wolf, welcome. How are you feeling today? It's thoughts and prayers instead of doing something. Yeah, not lucid, like... I would honestly be fine with people making the argument like Dagger is making if we did anything at all. But over and over, we're like... our politicians are like, there's nothing we can do, and it's like, we're the only country where this happens. Are you sure there's nothing we can do? And these are the same people who are, like, blocking the CDC from collecting information? Why do we want that? Why do we allow that? Did you watch the Direct? Azzy Boom, I just found out that there was a Direct, like, 20 minutes ago. No, I did not see it. Anything cool? Kids shouldn't have to do school shooting drills. Like, that's crazy stuff. Yeah, exactly, Sirefly. Quick Guns, I see you as well. We were just talking about you. Nick the Frenchie. I'm not gonna read that one out loud, but, like, exactly. The Direct showed Dragon Quest. Yo, $5 footlong? Great name. Alright, kind of excited. Ooh, I got the coral sword. Okay, so I think that is the weapon I was thinking of earlier. The coral sword is actually like 1 strength better than, like the weir sword or the dragon or the rune. It's slightly better than those, and the thief can equip it. So that's gonna be the thief's best weapon for until his class change, which is kind of a long time from now. Back, this is Final Fantasy. I'm playing the NES version. In fact, I'm playing the actual NES cartridge here. The Famicom version came out like 3 years before this one, but it's pretty much the same game from what I understand. Let's ice them. Okay, launch time, says Genevieve. Coral will cut the ish out of you. Dagger? Like a dagger. If you like Fire Emblem, a new game was announced. $5 footlong. I sort of do. I'm not like one of those... I feel like Fire Emblem has fans that are, like, really into Fire Emblem. And, like, I don't know too many people who are like, I like Fire Emblem, but I've only played a few of them, you know? That said, I like Fire Emblem. I've only played a few of them. So, I'll check it out for sure. I'll say this. Oh, Azzyboom65 retracted the comment. So you won't say this, after all. There's like rooms and stuff to the right, but let's go to the left. You know what? Let's torch him. Fire 3 on him. Get him, Asim. That didn't do amazing damage there, but it still hit pretty hard. Beating up 3 Hulks. Yo, not Lucid 3? The giant enemies, I would say, look a little bit more like the Hulk. But yeah, the color is right, from what I can tell. Love those shoes on this guy, too. That dude has a really high arch, like Genevieve B. Ain't nothing but an ogre party. Yo, L6? I know the song. By Tupac Shakur and Snoop Dogg. I prefer Ice Symbol, personally. Thunder Icon. The Mario Galaxy movie is a sequel to the Mario Bros. Movie. Ooh, that sounds fun. A lot of money in there. All eyes on weed. Damien? I didn't expect this many people in a Final Fantasy NES stream to make Tupac references. To make references to old school hip-hop. Let's harm to these images. Images heap. Oops, I think I doubled up there, but that's fine. Herm 2. What could HRM be short for? Hormone? Harem? That's what the spell is, yeah, obviously. Nick Curry, what's going on? Are you gonna get the Virtual Boy? I had a friend, when I lived in... You ever played Virtual Boy, Karma? I did, Sirefly. I actually played the original thing. Well, hold on. Why are we talking about this? Was something announced about it? COVID sucks, says Lexi Wolf with a cool $5. Hey, thank you so much. Lexi Wolf, you donated during a battle against 9 wolves here. COVID sucks. So much, everything hurts. Coughing like mad, just feeling meh, but a KarmaJolt stream perks me up and brings the joy. Hey, Lexi Wolf, thank you so much. Everyone put the wolves in the chat for the Lady the Wolf, the Legend. The Wolf. Nintendo Direct today with Mario 40th news. Yeah, hopefully we get a game that's like Mario 35, but more. And Sears, with the cool $2.69 super chat. Hey, it worked. Please work. Need that sweet, sweet YouTube X. Yo, everyone put a Z in the chat. And I'm doing double reps today, so I gotta do math here. So that would be approximately $4.38. I'm sorry, 4.38 reps is what I meant. Hey, Sears, thank you so much for the cool donation. Yeah, so I was going to say, when I lived in New Orleans, I knew a friend who did some dumpster diving after a local game store went out of business. And they just threw all of their stuff in the dumpster. So I'm talking about that boy took like 6 trips back and forth to these dumpsters to get himself like 5 Virtual Boys, a box full of Game Boy Advances, couple old NESs, Super Nintendos. He gave me as a gift the disc for the GameCube's Game Boy Player. So thanks, Mark, my old roommate. And then just like boxes of old games and stuff, as Nick the Frenchie donates a cool €2 saying, I hope Lexi gets better. Wolf emoji, ZZZ emoji. Yo. Everyone put Le Croissant in the chat for Nick the Frenchie. I'm adding 4 to the reps counter. Thank you so much. I got 5 NES boxes from a game store dumpster. Heck yes, Sears. Sup, players, says Rick Flayer. I used to live off Loyola and Vet, says Damien. Amazing. I went to UNO for college. And I lived sort of in the Lakeview area. Oh man, speaking of New Orleans, look at these Po boys who have been po'd. I'll use the pure potions on them. Oh yeah, Dagger, thank you. Duh. I forgot to carry the 1. Thank you for the math update. I am very good at math, but I'm always amazed how bad I am at doing any sort of thinking when I'm on the internet. And I'm trying to, like, talk to people, you know? Cannot do 2 things at once. Ooh, a room full of bats. Like a baseball dugout. So one thing if you get my donos wrong, but don't do Sears like that. Dagger? Yeah, so often when Dagger donates $10, I'll say, Dagger with a cool $2, and like, I don't even mean to do that. Delta Brainwaves player. Yo, Rick Flayer? Brain takes bandwidth. And I've noticed it in other streamers as well, right? Like, they're playing a game and being entertaining, but then as soon as they're, like, thinking about something, they'll misspeak. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one that that happens to, you know? 9 damage kill there. Good job, Pip. Pip, named after my cat, who is named after 6-time NBA champion Scottie Pippen. Don't know if I mentioned that. Let's use a heal. Let's use a heal spell here. Alright, and that, you know, cured a lot of total HP. Excuse me. I housed my my food before I started streaming. So now my body's like doing that sort of thing, you know? Destroying the Earth yet again, says Dragons of Saturn. That's a hard name to say. Welcome. Quick Guns, I see you with the bat emoji. Treasure box is empty. Okay, just making sure I got every last piece of gold out of there. Where do they carry the gold? And like, when monsters drop gold in this game, do they just drop that many pieces and we have to sit there picking up all the pennies, so to speak? Why people think it's not normal to and it's pretty natural. I guess what I'm saying, Genevieve B, is that I could do 2 times 2.69 in my head all day, every day. But when I'm on the stream, when I'm streaming, I'll get it wrong. Oh. Does this guy live here? What do you think this dude's name is? He's got a righteous widow's peak. Requesting glasses change, says Lexi Wolf. You know what? I pulled out another pair of glasses that I haven't worn at all yet. So let's put these on. Oh, they're a little dusty. As Sirefly donates a cool $5 saying, it's dangerous to go alone, take this. Hey, and we're doing double reps, so I gotta double that. 5 times 2 is like 2. I mean, 10? So we got 29.38 reps to go. Sirefly, thank you so much. Everyone put a fly in the chat. Rogue Effect banned a guy named Spam Cuz Funny %% spammers. Oh, you know what? I have it on top chat rather than live chat, so I didn't even see that guy. Wake Up September is not just the end of summer. It's the reset button for power. When sacrifices, fear, and crisis are unleashed to prepare for the next cycle, always has been. Lol U7P4J, what? I think September is just like another month. Oh, thanks, Rogue Effect. I see it now. Zoe came home with a pair of red heart glasses, the ones that have, like, lines instead of lenses. Oh, like the shutter shades? Anyway, let's do this boss battle. It's against the guy who says, all living things were born to die. No one can defeat me, the vampire. Aren't you a living thing? Were you not born to die? This guy thinks he's so cool. Let's chop him with some silver swords and hit him with the harm too. Now that I'm looking at him, maybe he's just trying to snuggle up in a blanket. Like, he looks cold. Let's warm him up. I think I did it, everybody. Do you feel better now, Mr. Vampire? Yeah, okay. Well, he's gone. He must have gone to do some vampire things. In the treasure box, I found Ruby. Oh my gosh. I wonder what it tastes like. A large red stone. That tastes real frickin' good, everyone. Sun, does a vampire good? No, wait. Anyway, let's fire to these specters and geists. I still have a harm too that I can use here, but kind of running out of resources here. Ruby, I thought it was an emerald. Sirefly? Aren't rubies just a type of sapphire? Am I wrong about that? Do you have goggles? Googles or just glasses? $5 footlong? I don't think I have any goggles, if that's what you're asking. Joe Mama, welcome. I do have mugs. Yes, Sears. That's true. In the Karma Mart, you can look at my merch. I have mugs for sale. And also like the Did you see that? There were stairs under this panel. There's a stone plate on the floor. You sent something evil? Yeah, no, it's stairs. No, rubies are red, others are blue. Okay, Sears. But I thought that rubies were just a kind of sapphire that had a different color. Am I wrong about that? I thought there was some sort of relation. Harm 2. Ooh, I'm out of level 1 charges as well. Let's ice this dude. Okay, ice did 12 damage there. Yeah, so he must be resistant to that. Possibly. Anyone else miss the 2000s when they used to make the New Year's glasses with the O's as the lenses? Raven? I don't have one of those. Wow, that did very little damage. I feel like the Harm 2 spell can do up to like 180 damage to those guys, and I just got really low damage rolls. Actually, it might say in the Explorer's Handbook. Let's look up Harm 2. Second Harm damages 2 undead monsters will range from 40 to 160 points. Okay, so I just got not that great rolls there. Google says rubies and sapphires are both made from the mineral corundum. Okay, so they are both corridons, says Nick DeFrenchie. All right, so I wasn't crazy about that. There was some sort of relationship. Yeah, while different stones, they are made from the same mineral. Sears? Damn, I have nearly 24,000 gold. Oh, and you know what I totally didn't do for these donations? Like I said I would? I said I would drink for each donation I got. So how many have I received? At least 3. All right, Mummy. Let's drink. I'm gonna ice a dude here. Me, Sears, Lexi, and Nick DeFrenchie. Oh, definitely drinking for Nick DeFrenchie. And these mummies. Shout out to Liam for making this amazing beef stew. I donated 2, says Sirefly. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the house, so come on, let's drive. Time to drink! That's 2. Just discovered a glitch in Metal Gear NES, says Mardoc de la Fuente. If you get inside the truck near the Building 1, where the ration is located, if you use binoculars, you can see enemies inside Building 1? I didn't know about that. Maybe I'll try that. That's something you could do, like, right at the beginning of the game, huh? So you normally use red mages? Ric Flair, I've played this game so many times that I don't know what to say about what I normally use. Usually I throw a thief in the party because they're so bad. And I want them to be good. Come on, let's drink together one day. Nick DeFrenchie? I would visit Gay Paris. Imagine us enjoying our day and a party of adventurers cast spells at us when they bump into us. Not lucid? I'm imagining that. And I'll be like, how come none of your spells work? And they'll be like, programmed by Nazir. Nazir Gabelli, a legendary programmer who programmed this game as well as Final Fantasy 2 and 3 and Secret of Mana. He basically did it all by himself, which is why there's so many bugs, you know? He didn't have much help. Alright, let's Ice 2 and Harm 1. If only intelligence made your spell stronger. This game is so difficult, I always use 2 fighters. Yeah, Ric Flair, like, probably the optimal party is, like, fighter, 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 red mage, something like that. Josh R., what's going on? What's your optimal party? In the context of this game, I mean. Or, if you're throwing a party, what makes it optimal? Well, this is kind of dumb. Let's Ice 2 again. That doesn't do much damage to undead. Nick DeFrenchie? Oh, it'll be Gay Paris. Yeah, very little damage, but like that's kind of all I needed, you know? And now I'm not going to have that many Geists stunning me every turn. Get him, Asim! I named him Asim because I have a viewer who shows up to a lot of my streams, and his name is Asim. And that's 4 letters, and you only get 4 letters to name your characters in this game. You only get 4 characters. Norman Bates, I'm glad you're here. Let's go this way. We're fine. Can you beat this game with 4 thieves, or is it impossible? Kelsey? I can't. Well, I could, but I don't have the time for that. That party requires so much grinding. Drink! Is there, like, anything I can do? Yeah, I still have an ice, too. Let's use it here. Alright, I still gotta use more drinking in combat, because I got 5 donations. Which means I have to drink 5 times. Alright, that hit pretty well. Good thing I like grinding. Genevieve B, you always on that grind. Let's have Bork a drink. There are certain games I love grinding in, like Blocks Fruits and Zelda 2. Oakley the Needle? I love Zelda 2. I wish my cartridge worked. I tried it the other day, could not get it to work. Maybe I didn't try hard enough and I should give it another shot, but... You know what? I will, at some point. Pizza Burger. Isn't there spells that don't work in NES but are fixed in the remake? On GBA, yes. Yes, I was just talking about one of those, actually. This is bad. Oops. Let's run. Can't run. Can't run. Shoot. Ooh, Kobe ran. Yeah, there are a lot of spells in this game that do nothing. For example, Lock always misses. Lock 2, actually, instead of making enemies easier to hit, they become harder to hit. Temper does nothing. Let's see. I think Lamp is bugged as well. Dagger with the cool $5 saying, I realize I lied earlier and I hadn't donated today, so here's my repentance. Oh my gosh, you don't have to do that. If you fool me, you fool me. But yo, Dagger, thank you so much for the cool $5. We got 39 reps to go, everybody. We'll do it when we get out of the dungeon. But hey, Dagger, thank you so much. First time I played this game, didn't know I could use my gold to buy spells and items, and the imps beat me up. How old were you, Dragons of Saturn? Was it your first RPG? Do Geists have a big booty or flowy jacket? $5 footlong, those things are not mutually exclusive. So, both is good. Ooh, Trolls and Bulls. Both of their names end in LL. I will hand them a cool J. I mean an L this battle. Take that, troll. Terminated. Just like Rogue Effect did earlier in the chat. Yo, $5. I gotta see the Geists again now. Take a look at that sprite. To see what you're talking about. I think they do just have like a big old coat, though, you know? ASP. That stands for Aspiring Young Artist. Obviously. I'll call that LL Cool J ref. Yeah, L6. But up here in Maine, if it's gonna be any LL, it's LL Bean. For NES carts back in the day, isopropyl alcohol and blowing in the cartridge to make it work. Yep. Also reset and power to protect your save data. At power off. Gotta go, though. Have a great day. Yo, Dragons of Saturn? Thank you so much. Everyone put a dragon or a Saturn in the chat. Thank you for showing up and clicking that like button. Yo, Asim leveled up. Agi up, important. Int up, not important. Vit up, kind of important. Luck up, inconclusive. I bopped a troll. That's right, Rogue Effect. Bean Boot, says Genevieve B with the cool $2. Hey, thank you so much, babe. Yo, everyone put a puppy dog emoji in the chat. We got 43.38 reps to go. Pure. So, like, I think this is also a bug, but for some reason, when one of your party members is poisoned or has some sort of status effect, the game will automatically switch them to the back of the party. And it's supposed to reorder your party in a way that it doesn't put your last guy in front, but that's what it does, Zitzel. How does one do 0.38 of a rep? Jackspot? It's exactly what you're thinking. Shoot. How do I get ambushed by 7 snakes? Maybe they were just really well camouflaged. Yeah, I can see that. They blend in, and then I stepped on one by mistake, and then they all just start biting. It was just 7 sticks at first. Rogue Effect. What? Hey, Genevieve B, thank you so much for the cool $2. Let's go this way. We got ourselves a ruby, and that's pretty cool. Shadows? Oh my gosh. All right. You asked for it, Shadows. Shad-Eye. That's the plural. Oh man, Asim is completely out of MP. Goodbye, says NFC. Yo, you new here? Thank you so much for showing up. Harmed him. We bought a cleaner for the NES carts. Worked well. Yeah, quick guns, like we had one of those once. Oakley the Needle, you like that? Tiny Cat's awake. Oh my gosh. Tiny Cat? You're doing great. Good boy. Yeah. Karma, can you read my last comment out of context, please? Yes. Sears. Buttholes? Question mark? Did it. You're welcome. Ghouls? Okay, we snuck up on them. Let's look at this sprite, though. Yeah, I think they got just like a flowy skirt thing going on. Is that supposed to be a man or a lady? It's a ghoul. Oh my god, Kitty, he's adorable. I love him. Yo, Valley was here? Yeah, that's my friend Tiny Cat. I named him that when he was much smaller. Sorry, I can't speak English, cabron. Norman Bates? It's okay. Thanks for being here. Dang, we got a lot of gold. Let's get some armor upgrades, actually. There was, like, nothing in the weapon shop, but a lot of this is going to be pretty good. Sears with a cool $2 saying you earned it. Hey, thank you so much. Everyone put a Z in the chat for Sears. And since we're doing double reps, I'm adding 4 for that, too. Thank you, Sears. Oh, I should have bought these. Like a while back. Let's give one to Pip. And then one to Asim, because I know that's a big upgrade from the copper bracelet. So just to see what the difference is. My white mage has absorb 6, evade 56. The silver bracelet bumps that absorb up to 17, and the evade remains the same. What happens if I give this to Kobe, who's got the silver armor? 20 and 55. 17 and 62. Okay, so it's comparable. Silver armor is better. But yeah, those silver bracelets are actually awesome upgrades, and I sort of forgot to get those before we went into the dungeon. That's okay. We have the money for it now. And if I had a ton of money, Heckus McGeckus and Zipping Lake, how does one do 0.38 reps? Is it that complicated? People keep asking that. I'll show you. ZZ, hope everyone is doing well on this wonderful Friday. Yo, Zipping Lake, thank you. I could have gotten a steel armor if I had like a ton of money. I don't know if it's that much better than the iron armor that I currently have. But the silver bracelets are a huge upgrade. Okay, and does Kobe have a level 5 spell slot, is what I was gonna say. He does not. I should get a spell for somebody. I didn't get any level 4 magic from my white mage because it's not all that great. Let's go do that now, though. I'm just here for the shades. Yo, Zipping Lake. Thank you so much. Let's do 47.38 tricep presses, everybody. A lot of Dr. Un fans in the chat going nuts. Yo, Ric Flair, greatest character in the game. That's the power of grind. Yo, Curtis T? Let's grind it out right now. Weight dagger with a cool $1.31. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Let's double that. So it's going to be 2.62. So that's going to be, oh my gosh, that's going to be exactly 50, isn't it? Hey, Dagger. Appreciate you. All right. Just in time. Yeah, make it 50. Everyone put a dagger in the chat. We're doing 50 tricep presses, everybody. And I got a 20-pound weight, like always. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, Christopher H, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. And this is how I would do 0.38, just for those who are wondering. Boom. That was it. That was close enough, anyway. I did 30 with my full water bottle. Yo, Genevieve B! I always love when people exercise along with me at home, or in your case, in the office. But hey, thank you. That sounds like a good workout. Whew. We'll save you when climbing ropes and rocks, trees, etc., says Ric Flair. I missed the context. Those kill my elbows, says Christopher Hammer. Good work. Hey, appreciate you. Lexiville, hi. Are you planning on playing FF3 on the NES2 after this? The English translation? You asked me that yesterday, and I plan on playing it at some point. Maybe not all that soon, but, like, I like that game. Anyone else find it funny how you have to be outside and in to see the sign that says in? Totally tubular? That's kind of funny for some reason. Have you played all retro FFs? I have. Lexiville, I haven't played them for YouTube, though, so I gotta stream, like, FF2 and 3 at some point. Because the games are worth a look, you know? This guy can get, like, lit 2 or something, right? Like, I could put a level 3 spell here. He also needs another level 4 spell. Andrew, what's going on? Playing through 6 right now myself. Yeah, Christopher H. We recently beat that game. Like a month or two ago, I would say. What's your take on modern FF games? Lexiville, they don't look appealing enough to me to, like... I don't know, to convince me to play them. I saw some of FF15, and I'm like, that looks fine. What is the first Final Fantasy with named protagonists? Asks Lamp Lady. Yo, Lamp Lady! You'll appreciate that I know the lamp spell. It attracts moths. I would say that would be Final Fantasy II, because the characters do have canonical, quote-unquote, default names. Which are... Firion, and Guy, and... Maria, I want to say? Okay, so let's get Kobe some level 3 spells. He can learn Lit 2 or Hold or Lock 2. I think Hold and Lock 2 are bugged. That is, I know Lock 2 is bugged. I explained that earlier. I think Hold is bugged as well. DK, Daddy Karma. How have you been? I'm alive. Yo, Remy Ribbit, welcome back. Alright, so what does Pip know? Heal, harm 2. I'm probably gonna get him cure 2. Let's have Kobe learn a fur. Or should I get him lit 2? Nah, he'll learn a fur. And then I do think I want my White Mage to actually have the Cure 2 spell. Even though they've already got Heal. Okay, great. Now, Asim can still learn a level 4 magic, huh? Good day, Karma in chat, says AQ. Hey, welcome. How are you? What's this guy say? The prince must wake soon, or the dark elf will dominate. Did nobody tell him? Bruh. The prince has been woke for a while now. Okay. So, everyone has their level 3 slots filled up. Kobe can get 1 level 4 spell, and Pip hasn't gotten anything. So yeah, they both got Ice 2 and Fast. What's the other one? Actually, Comf isn't that bad. Can Kobe learn Sleep 2? He can. I might even get that. The problem is, there's nothing, like, amazing for white magic here. Let's get Fear, because it's a fun one, and then A Ice. I have a PS5, do you? Sears, we got one upstairs. Alright, let's get Conf. And then Slap, too. Hooray, I made it in time! Yo, Leo Veli, I saw your comment on my, on one of my shorts earlier. Being like, ooh, I gotta catch you streaming this. And I was like, I'm going live now. So welcome. Wasn't talking to you, Karma. Mind your business. Sears? No. Gonna stick my nose in your business. Don't take that out of context. Yo, let's use a Fire 3 just because. Got your reply. That's why I'm here. Welcome. Remy Ribbit, I didn't see the Nintendo Direct. I didn't know there was gonna be one. I like never keep up with video game news, you know? Oops. Alright, time for my favorite part of the game, everyone. Because we gotta bring a ruby to someone who wants to eat a ruby. Dragon Quest VII. Ooh. Never played that one. Chris H. I remember Bald Kobe and Froby, but I don't remember Red Mage Kobe. You know what? I should have named my Black Mage Kobe, because he was the Black Mamba. Using black magic. Prime 4. Oh, Ric Flair. That's like the thing I'm curious about that's coming up, you know? Never played FF2 on the NES, but I hear there's bugs in the battle system and how stats work. Yeah, it's way too easy to lose stats in that game, Lexiville. Dragon Quest VII Remake was announced. Interesting. Yeah, so that's a Dragon Quest game that I always was curious about but never played. Didn't know you could lose stats on that one. Yeah, it's like stupidly easy to have your like agility or strength go down. It's like 25 of my super chats, says Sears. What, the price of a new game? I remember the PlayStation port of FF2 and I just maxed my characters in the first area. Yeah, Nate Frog. So, for those of you who don't know, Final Fantasy II, the sequel to this game, on the Famicom. The way stat growth works is it's supposed to be like if you do the same thing over and over, you'll get better at doing that same thing. So like you can level up your skill with certain weapons by using, for example, swords over and over. You can do the same thing with spells. And it's supposed to be like the more you use spells, the more intelligence and wisdom you get. The more you try to run from battle, the more agility you get. But, like, that one sucks to level up. But the main thing that happens is, if you take a big hit in battle, you're very likely to increase your maximum HP. And you can target yourself in battle. So often, like, the first thing that a lot of people do in that game is they'll just throw away all their weapons and they'll punch themselves in combat to get better at using the fists. And if you hit yourself in combat, your HP grows. So, like, I remember starting that game off being like, wow, I'm punching for, like, triple the damage that my sword was doing. And I've got 3,000 HP. Let's go to the second town of the game. Chrono Trigger says, hello, friend. This game is great. So are you. Yep, self-target, says Nate Frog. Nick DeFrenchie with the cool €2 saying he was talking about Expedition 33. Great game. Yeah, I heard so many good things about it. Brain Ripper, I see you. Everyone put a croissant in the chat for Nick DeFrenchie, as I've got 4 more tricep presses to go. When healing sometimes cancels out HP stat growths. Thanks, FF2. Yeah, oh, I can see that. Euros, you're great. Leo Velli? I have never thought of that one before. I will use it from now on. Let's ice 2 these tigers. Tiger? Cross ant. Yes, croissant. Freg, thank you for the croissant. And Nick the Frenchie, thank you for the money. I figured it would be right up your alley. You have my blessing to use it with impunity. Thank you. I will. You're oh so generous, Leo Velli. Pip leveled up, strength up, agi up, int up, luck up. Sears, I see you with the rainbows. I know what you want. Boom. Rainbow hearts on the eyes. Hey, this is the Titan's Cave, and man, look how blue it is in here. That's super cool. And he's just standing there like this. He's picking up the dirt and eating it. That's what it's implying. Maybe he would like a large red stone. I will give it to him. If you want pass, give me the ruby. Crunch, crunch, crunch. It tastes so sweet. Rubies are my favorite. Oh my gosh. That's how the ruby tastes, everybody. It's crunchy and sweet. Who else here likes things that are crunchy and sweet? And if so, what? Sometimes I like me a good ginger snap. I love this cave background. You really don't see, this battle environment too often in this game, do you? Gusher. Wrong effect? Neither crunchy nor salty, but it is sweet. Sweet chili crisp, says Eric. I don't know what that is. The Tennessee Titans, that ogre is built like a linebacker. Yeah, Leo Velli? I cannot name any good Tennessee Titans players. Except for the late Steve Air McNair and Eddie George, who lost the Super Bowl to Kurt Warner and the St. Louis Rams. Me, frozen banana. Genevieve B, are those crunchy? I've never had one. Give me a cold chocolate bar. Yeah, Jack's Pot. Is this FF1 version you're playing the original localized version or a fan translation? No, this is the original, Lexieville. I'm playing it on an actual cartridge, and I am going to show it off every time. There's treasures down here. So let's go to this room, which I think is locked with the Mystic Key, but, like, I don't think you can get here without the Mystic Key anyway. I could be wrong about that. About either of those things. Is that an emulator? No, Sears, it's a machine called the AVS, and it does play actual Nintendo cartridges, as I just showed you. But I did link to it in the video description. There's it's a cool little machine. You're behind on the Adventurer's Handbook quota. Rogue Effect? Yeah, what do you want to know about? So, like, this Explorer's Handbook that the game came with, it walks you through the game up to the point where you get the airship. But I happened to flip to the page with the Titan's Cave that it shows right here. Let me read to you. You must pass through Titan's Tunnel in order to get to Sarda's Cave. The Titan blocks the road. It seems that the Titan will not let you pass. Remember the clue back in Melmond that said that the Titan loves rubies? Looks like it's time to go search for a ruby. Boy, it's dark in here, is the caption on one of the screenshots. The Titan will not let you pass. There, I did some reading for you. You're welcome. Is that the greatest manual of all time? Leo Velli, my opinion is definitely going to be biased, but I say yes. We've got a great axe, everybody. That sounds like something that KarmaJolt would equip. Let's use it for a while. I'm going to trade this dragon sword for the great axe. With the silver sword equipped, Bork the fighter has 39 damage and 61 hit percentage. But with the Great Axe, oh, it's 38 and 51. Yeah, just worse all around. But it is an axe. That's what I'm talking about in this game. Like, the axes in this game are cool looking, but like, basically anytime you get a good axe, you already have a sword that's slightly better. So there's really no reason to use the axes. All right, and let's look at the defensive stats here. 37, 32. 38, 34. Okay, so my absorb and my evade increased there, which is awesome. Let's drop this iron hat. Let me ask you a question, yo, Freg. I remember, what's her name? Rochelle or something from Left 4 Dead 2 would say that when she picked up an axe. For legal reasons, that was a joke. Rogue Effect? Oh, now I gotta read your comment. Don't forget to get your great axe from the Karma Mart. Link to Karma Mart. Yo, Rogue Effect. I wish I could sell axes. How do you potassium? Sears? I don't often eat bananas. Are you talking to Nick the Frenchie in the chat? I drink water and eat veggies. Nick the Frenchie? Same. In fact, I'll show you one of those right now. I saw your video on the doorway glitch. Does it work on all doorways? Chrono Trigger, I think it's like a once per room thing, and then you have to exit before it can work again sometimes. But I want to say yes. Molly M says bananas must be Nick Lafranchi. Bonjour, Molly M. How are you? Where are you? Iced them. Wait, I iced the tiger that was already dead. That's to preserve the body. Molly M knows about that. Hey, Kramer, your phone, says Molly M. Uh-oh, am I in trouble? She texted me, like, plans, and then was like, hey, you know, literally everything I just said, it's all a lie. Alright, Molly M. Either way, I'm here. And Bork leveled up. Yo, he got strength up, so will I. Let's do 4 tricep presses, everybody. You cool with that? I am, Molly M. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey. Thank you so much for being very generous. He's out in 20 minutes. Yeah, Molly M, that's about how long this stream is gonna go, so I can for sure save the game before 2:15 for sure. He usually gets home around 2:15. But hey, Bork leveled up. Unless he runs home, then he'll be home at like 2:12. Ghoul. Yeah, Jackie J is getting out of Ghoul pretty soon. Ha 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 ha. Yo, 7th Deadly Zen gifted a KarmaJolt membership. Yo, everyone put a 7 in the chat as Malice55 Malice received a gift. KarmaJolt membership. Thank you so much. We're doing double reps today, so that means 12. Cool, cool, cool. I was gonna come home from work today, chat. Then somebody died. Molly M? That sounds way worse out of context, but Molly M does funeral stuff. So, like, death is, like, part of her job. Not like she works at an office and then somebody died. Hey, we made it to a cave, everybody. Let's see if the door glitch works here. So, like I explained earlier, for some reason in this game, if you stand in a doorway Hit start to open the menu, then exit the menu. Sometimes this will cause like a random phantom doorway to appear somewhere else. Oh my gosh, it's right here. There's like a weirdly colored, like brown door here that I didn't notice because it blends in with the floor, but it's actually a door sprite that we just generated. Let's see if it works over here. Yeah, there's just a random door out of bounds now. Who is this? Quit messing with my doors. Use this rod behind the vampire's room, if you know what I mean. Hiding deep inside, you will find the cause of the Earth's rot. Dang, I just grabbed this guy's rod here, the rod to remove the plate from the Earth. I think it's a crowbar is what it's implying, Rasta Warrior. Can I... Oh! Can I sleep in his bed? Quick nap. Warriors, revive the power of the orbs, of the rods. Karma behave. What? 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 What, Rogue Effect? Did I make it disappear? Well, yeah. Is your motto, you stab 'em, we slab 'em? AQ? That's it, yes. Alright, everybody. You heard the lady. Jackie J's coming home soon, so let's save the game here using a tent. Boom, hit the A button to save. And let's do 12 more tricep presses. Ready? Appreciate all the generosity, everybody. I'll probably be back later tonight with Genevieve B, or maybe I'll stream some Breath of Fire 2 before she gets here. But in either case, let's do 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. All right. Hey, thank you so much, everybody. As Dagger donates a cool $1.50 to snipe me right at the end, and I know exactly why. Was it this? Yeah, alright, let's do it. Dagger, thank you so much. Let's do 3 more, because we're doing double reps. 1, 2, 3. Hey. Everyone put a dagger in the chat for Dagger. Leo Velli, I'm glad you could make it. It was this, right? Or no, it was, it went to this, then we did 3 more. Boom. Molly, we are doing a poutine flight if you're interested. Yeah, Genevieve B, let's go to the grocery store. Hey, thank you so much, everybody, for watching me play a little bit of FF today. Until next time, this is KarmaJolt signing off. Tell your friends I'm great, and I hope to see you later tonight.